Hey everybody, welcome back. Northern Lion plays Slay the Spire. I don't, well, the daily is not tipped over yet. So I'm just going to do a standard run. I was just going to say, I really want to get started as the watcher here. And again, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying with 100% authority that we're going to be rocking all the way up to the top of the Ascension leaderboards here. But I'm not saying it. Let's learn a little bit about the Watcher first, okay? What do we know? We know nothing about the relative value of cards. We do know that Wrath is a great kill shot, or if you can find a way to get out of the stance, even better. Mechanics are Mantra, stance change, a lot of scrying, a lot of scry, a lot of retain. Okay, so with that in mind, I see a very like question mark rich path here, and I do see that's a 2 elite path, but and that's not necessarily I was looking at the map before I selected something. That's my mistake. Give me max HP plus 7. It's not Ascension 20. We don't need enemies having you know, no HP or whatever. Let's just learn something. I mean, you know, in all honesty, I do expect, whenever we're in a situation where we're on Ascension 1, I expect to win. But this is a nice opportunity for us to learn something, for sure. So 6 block and an Insight. That's not bad. Insight replaces itself plus 1 card. It also has Retain. Empty Fist, Exit Stance. This is, like, extremely valuable. Also, most of the time, this is probably going to do 18 damage for us, or it's going to give us an energy refund. So you know what? When you think about it like that, I'm normally a big fan of Cut Through Fate. I will say I have no idea if this has science behind it, but I feel like the more things written on a card, the worse it is. Like, if you were good, you would just say do good thing, but instead we've got to, like, tweak your value with 9 different mechanics. Okay, 8 block, enter Calm. Pop a Miracle. 9 damage, enter Wrath. We get our 2 energy back. You're at 33. We kill you. This is actually going to work. No, it's not. Because I can only do 2 attacks. So 9 plus 24 is 33. I'm going to stay in my calm stance then and choose to take 3 damage instead. We needed 1 more energy to play our strike to make that happen. You know what? I'll do 9 damage. It was not really to exit the stance and get the energy. It was more just to do 9 damage. And we really, I think that a lot of these early fights are just going to revolve around basically waiting for Eruption to show up. Like, can we do Vigilance? Empty Fist. Eruption? There was probably there's got to be a better way, but okay. Deal 8 damage. If the enemy intends to attack, enter Calm. I really like Crush Joints, and I think Protect is pretty good too, especially if you get Retain synergies, but I'm learning here. I think being able to enter Calm is super nice. Now remember, we're just trying to build a strong deck. We don't need to play for daily ego or anything like that. Why don't you... You know what? Let's play it super simple. Why don't you just give me max HP plus 5 for now? And we'll play like with kid gloves on for the time being. So I think we can definitely do enter Vigilance. The dream would be if we could enter Eruption and then exit Stance, which is actually completely going to be plausible. It's nice to be in a position where you're like, if I take damage, I take damage. It's not really that big of a deal. We're saving the Miracle in case it enables like an awesome turn for us, right? So we could really, I'm just looking. We could Vigilance, Eruption. No, Vigilance, Miracle, Eruption. That puts us on 2 energy. Why is my brain is bad? 2 energy. 2 energy. Fear No Evil puts us back into Calm. I guess we could Empty Fist, Fear No Evil, or vice versa. I guess we'd rather... I don't know. I think this is right, though. I think you Vigilance for the block. Miracle. Eruption. You're doing 36 damage. That seems like really bad. Then why don't we do 18 damage? Exit our stance. and then do another 8 damage, and re-enter calm. We do take 10 damage, but being in calm is great, especially, I was just going to say, if we can erupt out of that son of a gun right afterwards. It's a bit of a gamble, because we're hoping to put ourselves in a position where we can kill you this turn, and that's exactly how that's going to work. Meat on the bone. Very, very interesting. Not very good in dailies. A lot of dailies are so easy, you don't even need this, but in an Ascension play, for sure, okay. When you, this is when you obtain mantra, 10 mantra, enter divinity. In divinity, attacks deal triple damage. Certainly interesting. I think I'm just going to go for like a basic block. And I'm also going to try to like remind myself that we don't have any requirement to take a card every single time. I got to remember that. Honestly, out of all these, getting 10 block for 1 seems awesome for me. For 1 energy. I gotta remind myself we don't need to take a card every single combat, okay? The start of each turn, add a smite to your hand. I think right now I'm looking at Flurry of Blows. Whenever you change stances, return this from your discard pile to your hand. What is this? 2 miracles? Every time I play a card, it's a miracle, in my eyes. Because I didn't know if we'd ever return to this game. I have some great memories, I have some bad memories. Mostly great memories. I think things are going even better now as well. I really feel like, you know, there was a period where there was a lot of, like, I would call it almost like malicious backseating, as cowardly as that might sound. Now we appear to have entered a phase where people are like, you know what? I didn't know how much I missed it until it was gone, and now that it's here, I don't want to lose it again. And I've gotten over my own idiocy with respect, or immatureness with respect to the way I've played the game as well. You know, you gotta understand backseating is gonna happen when you put yourself in a position where it's a bit dangerous, I'll admit. But when you put yourself in a position where you record like 7 days worth of content, and then you're doing like quite a staggering amount of damage, huh? How about this? How about I hit you, then I enter calm, then I hit you again, then I hit you again. I better kill you next turn, otherwise I got big problems. Hey, meat on the bone triggered. Maybe I'm a genius, actually. And there's Flurry of Blows. You gotta understand, when you're in a situation like that, yeah, something is gonna, you know, occasionally people are gonna be like, I told you about this thing 10 videos ago, and you still haven't got it into practice, you know? I can understand why people got upset. When you draw this card, add 2 miracles to your hand and exhaust. I mean, I definitely could see how that would be useful. It is a rare. Rares tend to be good, I'm sure. I don't know, though. Am I silly for thinking that, like, the ability to make enemies vulnerable more regularly is actually, like, just top tier? Maybe I'm a fool. It's been suggested. How about I hit you for 9? And then I'll hit you for, like, 8. And then I'll hit you for 18, and you're just dead. That's a pretty good first turn. 5 damage to all enemies. We have no AoE right now, so I'm very tempted there. Windmill Strike. On retain, it does 4 extra damage. I meant to see how it's scaled, but you know, we'll work with that. Maybe get it upgraded, see how the mood strikes us. Hopefully in the eye with a big pizza pie. This is not bad, because look at this, okay? Hold on. We can hit you. No, hold on here. We're not calm. Hit you to become calm. Hit you to exit calm. Play vigilance to become calm. And look at that. It's like we're storing energy for the next turn. We're doing some serious airbending, if I may say so myself. I'm hearing I may not say so myself. Okay, I'm hearing I may not say so myself. I think we can get through this. If we play Flurry of Blows, 4. Eruption, 9. That's 13. You'll have 16 left. We can use our Explosion Potion and a Strike. That means we'll still have 18 damage on the field, but from less enemies. And we'll get our Flurry of Blows back as well, so... That does 8 damage. I still think we'd rather just send this out here. We got 4 energy just sitting in reserve. So we definitely need you to go. 29, 14, 12. Doesn't get us there, which is mighty unfortunate. But this gets us there. Taking 8 damage. Just enough. I was hoping it would be just enough to put us into meat on the bone, but that's okay. The boot. Whenever it would deal 4 or less, increase it to 5. Flying sleeves does damage twice. I'm not convinced, really. I kind of see the value of perseverance. Who's our boss? You know what? I actually feel like a perseverance could work. And then remove a card or gain gold. I'm willing to remove a card. And again, just keep... At this point, I think you can cut a basic defend. We're maintaining a pretty strong deck. And I'm not... I possibly could have gotten away with upgrading, don't get me wrong. But I'm not shying away from going to stances. I think that's going to be the most important thing for us, is making sure that we're always going in between stances. So I want to save my retain cards. We need to do 13 damage. Really shouldn't be a problem. Seems like Flurry of Blows, Calm, Flurry of Blows, Wrath, Flurry of Blows, Strike? I don't think we're going to get through there. I mean, honestly, I could hit you for 10 extra here. It just seems better to save it for later. Let's get an insight for a future turn. Because if we don't find a way to get out of our stance, we're going to be in a bit of trouble. And it looks like we might be in a bit of trouble, but hold on. Hey, look at that vigilance. All right. So generally, we'd prefer first to get some block. And then, you know, do whatever attacks we'd like to do. Something like that. I don't know why I'm trying to maintain perfect so much. I might just be better off, like, rushing you down, but... So let's get block, and then I'm just going to completely ignore what I said earlier. Flurry of Blows. We'll empty fist to exit our stance. Flurry of Blows. We'll fear no evil to re-enter our stance. Flurry of Blows. And, you know what? I'll play just a quick defend on top of that. Windmill Strike's getting stronger and stronger. My dream with this is basically just to roll you over, right? By which I mean, like, if I can use this to either kill you or to get you through a phase where you would otherwise hit us, I think we'd be stoked. Okay, I mean, this seems awesome. Let's crush joints. Then eruption puts you in a tight spot. Windmill Strike hits you for 69. You know, I'll embrace the meme. We do have some stance exiters coming up. Yes, we do. It's just hard to not do that, you know? When you see the magic numbers, sometimes you gotta embrace the fact that you're kind of just a clown. It's more or less how I see myself, which I think is apt. Why don't we'd rather be in calm at the end. So why don't we hit you for like double damage, then we'll enter calm. And then, you know, if we take a hit, it doesn't really matter too much. We're hoping to maybe get out of our stance now. Not gonna happen. Evaluate, dude, I'm realizing, I feel like Evaluate is such a good card. It's really, like, mostly the 10 block is the big deal, but, like, man, oh man, it's no joke. Can we do this? And then exit our stance, and then Flurry of Blows and the kill. Okay, I mean, it's only Ascension 1, but that felt pretty good. Choose a card in your draw pile. Play it twice and exhaust it. See, that's where you're like, man, oh man. Is there anything in my draw pile that slaps if you play it twice? And the answer right now is like, not really. But I'm sure there's some stuff that works, like powers. Judgment is just fun. And I think if you upgrade it, they go to 40. Deal 12 damage and does additional damage based on mantra gained this combat. I'm willing to take a judgment. I think it's just mostly a little weird. When you exit calm, gain more energy. I think there's a lot to like there. Can I tell you, like, Sozu seems like the gimme play. But I think if we're, you know, this is as much like an exploratory thing for me right now. You know, I'm trying new stuff. It's your first week of college. I'm learning, you know, what looked like it worked for me on television but doesn't work for me in reality. So we're going to experiment with all these, you know, Violet Lotuses and stuff like that. And just, I don't know why I'm starting to talk with like the same cadence as Owen Wilson. Maybe a little combination, little Nicky thrown in there. What are Adam Sandler's best movies? Start here. We might go shop. I mean, again, we don't have to fight elites. It's up to us if we want to fight elites. So, again, how do we do this? Usually, I think you just play a skill first to get the vulnerability. That getting upgraded to 2 vulnerability is... we should have played Flurry of Blows first. We just left some damage on the table. But that being upgraded to 2 vulnerability instead of 1 seems like a pretty top tier get for me. I know we got stuff to X his stance here, so I'm not sweating this. We're also coming pretty close to drawing Judgment again, potentially. So, hold on. It's 14 damage? Really? I guess we've never drawn it so far this combat. 18 plus 18. It's funny that you won't die. That's just humorous to me. It should frighten you that I'm not scared, but look at this. Judged. Never. That's still the art, huh? Halt is kind of interesting, and Tranquility actually, it appeals to me a lot. You know, as a way to get into Calm more reliably and with some retain attached to it is kind of nice. Yeah, I think I get that Fear No Evil does something very similar, but okay. Potion Belt. We did get an innate curse. More likely, I'm trying to remove that from the deck, so I can understand. Let's again. Let's start by entering Calm, which then allows us to crush joints and erupt, getting 3 energy back. Pretty sweet. Then we have no block. Hold on, 18 plus 33, or 21 plus 33. We're not going to kill you, which is unfortunate. But we can do quite a number on you. And then we're only taking... You know what? I'm stupid. You're just dead. That was a great first turn once I puzzled it out. Hello, nice to see you. I think we'll... Consecrate is high on the list. Just because we literally have no AoE, but 5 damage is like a real snooze. And then immediately we fight some enemies I wish we had it for. But, okay. Nobody's attempting to attack. So there's not... I mean, the only reason we would enter Calm right now is if we... And maybe we do. Hold on. We want to get Vulnerability out to do, like, some extra damage. Or alternatively, we just want to store 3 energy in reserve so we can pop it next turn. And I'm kind of a believer in that mindset right now. I would... Let me tell you, man. Let me tell you. I would love to play Eruption here. But as much as I would love to, I actually, in my heart of hearts, think it's the wrong play. We go through our deck really quick. I don't really want to double damage, even on that turn. Okay, there's plays here. Flurry of Blows. You kind of start to go like infinite. Then you exit Calm. You get Flurry of Blows. Then you enter Calm. You get Flurry of Blows. Okay, now we're talking. We still got 18 damage coming out there. But 15 plus 9, it doesn't quite get us there, huh? So here's what I'm going to do then. We're going to do it like this. We're going to take 5 damage, but that's not so bad. We got potions available for a more complicated situation in the future. Okay, again, we can exit our stance. We can enter our stance. There had to be a better way to like get Judgment to work there so that we could put the damage on you instead, but what's done is done, right? And then 19 damage plus Judgment doesn't get us there. So like a fool, I'm just gonna hodl. And then we're just waiting basically for Eruption. And I think it's totally gonna work. And now we're doing 46 damage. Okay, so it's It's all about finding the time where the mood strikes, right? When you can do the most damage. So Wallop, gain block equal to unblocked damage dealt. I've been told this is a card we should pay attention to. So I'm using that as my reasoning here. I am going to cut Writhe from the deck. I wouldn't mind more ways to enter Wrath, honestly. I actually think, like, I look at this card, instead of entering Wrath, it's actually like 3 free energy. So I'm a believer. And then, like, seeing the ability to re-enter Calm as well, I'm like, you know what? I think you stop drilling, you hit oil. So let's see how we tackle these elites here, okay? These should be the worst elites, essentially, for us to face. And turn 1 blows pretty hard. Not starting in Calm on turn 1 is really, like, it's a bit of a wet blanket, but we could Erupt and then Empty Fist. We would have 1 energy remaining, but we would have done 27 damage. You know, I hate to say it, I'm kind of a believer in, like, really, I'm kind of a believer in that. And it's gonna, this turn's gonna hurt. Once we get Calm, I'm a believer that things start to go. But it doesn't appear to be working that way. No, it doesn't appear to be working that way at all. You're still doing quite a lot of damage, huh? Okay. So we're not going to be able to attack next turn, or are you just like oh, we're not able to attack? Okay, that's unfortunate. Because we also drew no blocks. Well, no, that's not true. We have vigilance. And bizarrely, I'm like, hold on, you can at least do that. Oh, it exhausts, but still, at least we got to re-enter Calm and get 8 block out of it. Not great. Not a great situation, but I will just say tactically, we're just trying to get meat on the bone to pop here. Now you gotta think. How about you give me 12 block and then die? And then we get 10 more block, and all of a sudden things are starting to look like almost a little bit better. Because look at this, alright, we get Eruption. Little scary, but the energy's nice. And then this does 38 damage in and of itself. And then we exit our stance. Flurry of Blows is not coming around yet, but that's totally fine. You get 2 of these out there. Okay, so all is not lost. That was, I really think, in all genuinity, we kind of just got like a crap draw on the first turn. If it weren't for that, I think we did this in super like reverse order, but wow, you're actually like a piece of crap. That weakness, you know what? To the victor go the spoils. To the winner takes it all. I think we just had a terrible first draw. Anchor's gonna be nice. I definitely still think Empty Fist is legit. We'll rest up, even though I really want to get some upgrades. Remember, I said those should be the worst elites. Okay, so we don't start in Tranquility. That's an important thing to note. What we might want to do is Crescendo. No, I think you should Tranquility first. Then Crescendo. You get, all this energy. Wallop gives you a, block you don't need, but it's the thought that counts. And then we got some extra draw incepted for the future. You're doing 54 damage. So normally, the thing that I'd be looking for here is a way to get out of this stance. Thankfully, you made that possible, because I was a little bit concerned. I would say, I'm like, okay, just walk it through. Wait, you can do this. You play chess. Do damage. I know we're in Eruption already, but do damage. Maybe save that then. Okay, do 18 damage. Then, enter Calm. Then exit calm. No, you do. Okay, I got it. Okay, here's how it goes. Okay, eruption. Enter calm. Exit calm. And now we got this extra damage we can do here. They're still doing 27 damage, don't get me wrong. It's kind of it's a bit of a kick in the teeth. So, you know, let's at least use a potion, weaken you up a bit. And then I'm like, you know, we're probably going to fight for long enough that I could use both potions. It's all about survival. We can go Flurry of Blows, Calm, X's Stance. We again did it in the wrong order. I've got to believe that Windmill Strike, I don't know, maybe it's worth getting out there, man. If we can get it out there and maybe get a Judgment out there faster as a result, you never know, right? So, Wallop. That's 12 block right there. I'm really, well, this is like the worst order of all time. I'm basically just trying to get the boss into Judgment range, and if they're not in Judgment, I mean, if they're in Judgment range and we don't draw Judgment, they're probably gonna die anyway. I hope. Calm? No calm? You're dead. Could have been better. Lizard Tail. Interesting. I'm gonna pass for now, but Lizard Tail certainly, in my opinion, makes me more open to risk-taking. I'm gonna, and you know, there's a number of different ways to get to risk-taking, right? One of the ways is to fight another elite, but I'm gonna take this opportunity to hopefully upgrade some cards rather than be forced to rest constantly. And if we don't have to use risk-taking, then even better. That's even better in my world. So we'll do a Flurry of Blows. I think we'll erupt. Flurry of Blows. Tranquility. Flurry of Blows. Crescendo. It's a terrible decision. Flurry of Blows. Okay, hold on. We got 3 energy left, though, so we can play one of everything. We're actually going to have enough block, which is a little surprising to me. Which means we can store Perseverance. Hey, anytime you can end your turn in Wrath... Man, this is a dang dream come true, man. Anytime you can end your turn in Wrath... but still be not taking any damage, I mean, this is what we call a dream come true. So I think we will... I think this just gets us there. I mean, you always want to get in the habit of that. So, you know, I was like, maybe if we could Windmill Strike you, it'd be more fun. But Judgment, that's what it's there for, is to finish it off. I definitely don't mind the idea of a Cut Through Fate. Battle Hymn seems great, like getting a nice attack every turn, especially if we have Eruption. But I'm kind of like, I'm a bit of a disbeliever. I think having some Scry, I'm guilty of looking at this through the lens of like, oh, I only want Scry if we can guarantee that we're gonna get some value out of Scry, when what I should be thinking, like a trigger, let's call it that. When I should be looking at it instead, like the ability to possibly select out cards that don't modify our stance is worth what we're paying here. So are we gonna end in Vigilance? We have no draw. So we have to either end in Calm or end in Erupt, the way we're playing it. I think ending in Calm is sane. So let's tackle it like this. And we take no damage. We don't accomplish all that much, but we've stored some energy for the future, which is always nice. Because then you can, oh dude, you can Erupt out of it. We're going to get you to Judgment range, I think. I mean, I'm like, forget Judgment range, man. You're just freaking dead. Okay. Man, one of these days I'll learn the value of the AoE, and I'll also learn that, you know, you don't have to be so... I've been waiting my whole life for that. You don't always have to be so, like, oh, I have to take as much time as possible to put us in a situation where, you know, like, we don't add too many cards to the deck. Like, I think I'm being a little bit too stingy. IMO. the dream here is Vigilance into Eruption, into Fear No Evil. And we don't even need to end in Calm because we have this in our deck for the future. We have it in our hand for the future, I should say. Draw cards until your hand is full. I'm not a believer yet. Now you're just like annoying. Lizard Tail will bring us back at 42. I'm gonna take the chance that we're able to get out of this with an upgrade instead, but admittedly it's a touch spicy. Vigilance doesn't get cheaper, huh? I mean, having some more blocks would be nice, but I think Perseverance is worth a little bit more than Wheel Strike right now. Windmill Strike, I should say. Well, it's not a great first turn. We will... hold on, I didn't realize you're doing damage to me. Something worth paying attention to. Okay, but you're not doing much. I forgot, because we start with... 10 block thanks to the anchor. Okay, now you're doing 12. We're already in Calm, so you always start there. I think we'll exit. Give me one of those. Thank you so much. Dude, if we can get like a Shuriken going here. Oh, dude. And then guess what? We're back in Calm. Flurry of Blows. Wallop gives us exactly enough block to not have to worry about it. And we don't really, like genuinely, we don't have any value out of playing anything else. The debuffs suck pretty bad. So, you know how it goes. You Empty Fist, you get your energy back. Hit him again. Enter Calm. Hit him again. We probably could have crescendoed before some of that. Can I just be honest to you? I wasn't really paying attention. I think we want to skip over both of these. Perseverance is a great card to hold in hand. And we could play it right now, but it's probably worth more, in my opinion, as a hold to get us out of a situation where we might die in like a hit. So Crush Joints is like a gimme here. And then... I think you gotta go Crescendo. I think this is a big turn for, like, hopefully a decent turn for smacking. It's not really a decent turn for smacking, although, like, that does 57 damage. Call me crazy, I think we could do a little better. Can we just get this out of our hand? Like, just get out? It does just get out, okay. Like, for one, I'm basically, like, just discarding it, but... Okay, Flurry of Blows, always. Start here. Why don't you calm me so I can Flurry of Blows you? You're doing 24 damage. I'll tell you, I'd rather take 2. So you're always gonna like exit stance, Flurry of Blows, enter Calm, Flurry of Blows. If you get the chance to exit stance, you're gonna be like even happier. But let's start here. Perseverance. I love holding it, and I guess it maintains that sweet block ability that it had. Makes perfect sense, actually. So let's just, I'll just wallop. Then I'll probably hit you with a Perseverance. I don't see why not. So this is where you get strong again, but that's okay, because we can erupt. Fear No Evil has, like, no negative consequence. Empty Fist at least takes us... Oh, he could have... Probably should have, but at least, you know, we're holding it, which means we haven't lost it yet. And if he wants to kill us, you know, go nuts, right? What do we care? So he's doing 48 damage. If we pop 2 of these, we live. Would you look at that? And we still got a Windmill Strike just waiting for Eruption. There's got to be a better way to, like, make this work. That being said, perhaps I'm actually the world's smartest man. You ever consider that? The possibility that you could be the world's smartest man because you just made that work? No? Just me. Okay. You gotta remember, on the... I'm not sold on any of these, man. I know this is kind of like this is a too thin deck mindset, but for 1 energy every 5 turns, get triple damage, skip that. I don't deserve it. I haven't earned it. Add three miracles instead of 1. Yeah, okay. That's kind of like 1 energy per turn if every fight only lasts 3 turns. You ever think about that? Probably bet not. Yeah, we're getting a little bit overconfident on Ascension 1. But hey, you know what? That's part of the fun, I would say. So let's make sure we draw Fear No Evil, which puts us back into Calm. Calm is very nice for us. You know, I don't mind doing that. Calm is very nice. It stores 3 energy. It's pretty easy to get out of. I don't know why our burn was like off-center there, but it happens. Ideally, we'd like to leave Calm. Get some energy back. Maybe then, like, make you vulnerable. And then hit you real hard and then kill you. Seems like a good strat. Evaluate, especially upgraded, I'm just going to be honest, it kind of seems like a stud. We still have no AoE at all. And that's a real bummer. Well, we might as well enter Calm. Which I'm sure at this point I'm getting comments. Please stop calling it Calm. That's not what it is. It's Calm. Look, you write a letter, I pronounce it. It's just the kind of guy I am sometimes. We need to make sure you die. We have no other attacks right now, so we can kill you and then re-enter the state of calmness. And you're doing 7 plus 6, you're doing 23 damage. It's a testament to where we're at. But that's not actually that scary. What is scary is figuring out how I'm going to get all 3 of you killed simultaneously. But I think it involves, hopefully, a flurry of blows at some point. So hold on, we're calm. Forget that. I'm angry. I'd love to get flurry of blows here, please. Thank you so much. Landed. Enter tranquility. Landed. Exit tranquility. Landed. You know, it's not necessary, but it felt necessary. I'm content with where we're at. I'm like having a scary flash forward where I look into reality and I go like, I know we're gonna be drawing a bunch of like just. I'll level with that. I'll make that work. We're gonna be drawing just a bunch of stance changes with no value at some point, and I'm gonna be like, what an idiot. What was I thinking? Well, I think especially if you, well, we have no means to enter calm, huh? This starts to pay for itself pretty quickly. I think we can do... He's already vulnerable. Hit him with that. Then we need the stance change. Hit him with that. 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 That went pretty well. I honestly don't really mind going up against 2 enemies with 2 HP on the next turn. This is a good sign. This is probably the most overkill judgment I've ever played. Golden Eye! Whenever you scry a little more. Okay. That might persuade me to add some more scries in here. I think Flurry of Blows is the dream, though, quite frankly. And then what is Apotheosis gets cheaper, right? Call me crazy. I don't think that's really worth it. So, as insane as it sounds, let's try to fight an Elite instead. We don't need to make it cheaper because we have the, like, staggering amount of miracles. Plus, when we play it, it makes enough other stuff cheaper for us to pop, I think. So, ideally, the way that I would choose to approach this one is... Usually you go Vigilance first. So that you get the energy when you pop out the other side. And then we can, no, this is a beautiful thing. We don't care about judgment, but that early flurry of blows matters a lot to me. We should definitely wallop when we're in judgment and then swap back. Get you again. I don't know how much damage this would do, but 42, that's enough for me to feel like that was justified. I think you definitely want to start on the eruption again. I mean, look at the value, man. Look at the value. We'd love a way to enter calm again. That's the scary part, but it's actually still totally fine, because we'll hit you with one of those, and then we'll get a little insight going. Then, you know what we'll do? We'll insight again. We'll make you vulnerable. We'll enter calm. Flurry of blows. Flurry of blows. I think we could have done more. Either way, we can still... Taking no damage is nice. I know we're not really playing around slow, but it's okay. So we're hoping to get to another eruption quickly. Okay, always like that. It's an unfortunate turn. I think I just hit you with one of those, really. We're already in calm. I'm realizing, you know, now I'm like, maybe it's just the draw here. I feel like I want more ways to enter the erupt phase now. What about always you want to wallop, and then you want to bring yourself back at the end of it. And we're not taking damage. That's very surprising to me. Being able to wallop and then go back to calm is so good. Oh, dude. You just love to see it, right? Am I crazy with does Apotheosis? All your cards. Yeah, okay. I probably just literally didn't read Judgment, and then I was like, what the heck? Doesn't work. I could be persuaded to add an empty body to this deck. And then I'm like, okay, fine. You got me. I'll make Apotheosis better. It's a strong deck. I do want to remind myself. It's literally Ascension 1. So, like, you know, I don't want to start being too self-congratulatory when we've really accomplished very little so far. I mean, this is basically like the closest thing that you can get to in this game to a participation trophy, which is still fine, is still good. I would love to enter the calm state. I know, I mean, these are still working with the boot, so I'm not sweating it, man. Why don't you go ahead and... We're going to get so much by exiting this stance. So much energy, I should say. Doesn't really matter which one we play there, but that's fine. Play a defend. We're taking 6 damage. That is inconsequential to me. At this point, at least. Things can change. I think what you would look for here first is and we're missing the double damage on this, but is there a way for me to exit Eruption? The answer is yes. If we remove the Crescendo, we'll draw Vigilance. We can Erupt. Hit you with some good attacks. I mean, we're going to get you into Judgment range, I think. If we don't just kill you dead. That's really good. That's a great sign. Okay, Old Coin is fun. If we can get to a... Scry 3, if we can get to a shop, is what I was going to say. Scry 3, deal 5 damage, gain 2 block. You know, I know it said 3 damage, but it's really 5 damage. Because we got, no longer become frail. Because we've got the boots. It's an interesting card for me at the very least. So the most important thing is, you know, can we exit Eruption? Yes. So then we enter Eruption. And then we make you vulnerable. Let's see what we got working here. We definitely do not need a Judgment. Perseverance is tempting, but I'd rather have a way to exit Stance, I think, which we'll get here. But I gotta tell you as well, we really, like, kind of forget the stances, man. I think we just want to draw Flurry of Blows as soon as possible. Then we could pop off with one of those. I think... I don't think it's worth a ton, necessarily. But I do think having Flurry of Blows available frequently is going to do a lot of good for us. I hope that's the case, at least. Because I keep using it. I'm basically building my whole strategy around it. So yeah, I would like it if it worked. We can Apotheosis. Then we'll exit our stance and Flurry of Blows. And re-enter our stance and Flurry of Blows. You're doing 13 damage. What a coincidence. I have 18 block. And again, we're building some bad habits. We're not playing around slow at all. But life goes on. Let's exit calm. to get some energy back. Let's re-enter Calm. How many cards? I played 8 cards. Nah, the one thing I could really use on this run, and I think it's pretty obvious, is like if there were a way for me to have like an awesome damage dealer that isn't just like Judgment, because I worry Judgment it only works when we're in range, which is the scary part. But everything else about it is great, don't get me wrong, but if we're not in range, then it's kind of unspectacular. We're not going... Oh, we are going to draw. Okay, so let's just draw Judgment, and we'll get a strike just in case as well, because I don't think we're going to be out of range, but... You get the idea. We could always use a little bit more gas. We're not fighting an AoE boss at all, which is super nice. Definitely you can start with. No, I think you have to go Calm, Eruption, and then we'll re-enter Calm. 21 damage. I'll still do it. Just thinking, just working it through. We re-entered Calm at the end. Okay, great stuff. You know what would have slapped on this run? I mean, I know we got the Timekeeper, which is a bit of a scary moment for us coming up, but we definitely don't want to play around Insight. I think Fear No Evil is so good, though. I think, at least. Why would I do that? Now I got all this energy, nothing to do with it. We lose the energy. We could have been in Calm right now. We could have been in Calm, rolling in the deep. I mean, I guess I want to smack you. You know what I realize now that I look at this with more sensible eyes? We're really just looking for Judgment, which we should draw on the next turn. Okay, it's literally our last card, which is fine, because look at that. It's not even an attack, so we don't take damage. I hate to say it, we don't really need Blessing of the Forge. Probably should have played it at some point, but... Alright, give me, I mean, I don't know even at this point what we're upgrading, man. Getting the Flurry of Blows better, faster, maybe. Sure, you can transform like a basic strike for me. Fear No Evil is probably like close to the top of the value chart there for me, I think. We love this. How about Calm? Oh, we should have done this first, but that's okay. Crescendo. Get your energy back. Hit ya. Calm. Hit you again. No real need to play anything else. I do worry a little bit about the Timekeeper, but keep in mind we still got Lizard Tail. Oh, let me just check on something here. Okay, we're good. I just bought us a little daddy time. Good escape. Okay, yeah. I mean, this doing 6 damage is not that spectacular, but is it too... what's the word I'm looking for? Is it too cliche if I say it adds up? Because it feels like it adds up. Let's get you vulnerable. That's like super important for me, I think. We'll hit you again. We love to see a flurry of blows. Everything else is a little bit not that relevant. I mean, this is going super well. So, we would like to enter... Maybe play a miracle, maybe 2 miracles first. I know it sounds a little crazy, but we have Flurry of Blows we need to get out there, and we're going to get a bunch back. So I just wanted to make sure we didn't go over our card limit. We need, I was just going to say, a way to... Leave Eruption there for now. We can have it next turn. I did this wrong. I did something wrong. We're still in Calm, though. That's fine. Okay, last turn. We got to do 70 damage. Strikes me as not that difficult, but I've been wrong before. Make sure you erupt. Yeah, it's not going to be a problem. You're already doing 0 damage even before I go back to not taking double damage. Man, come on. Give me a shuriken or something. Don't give me a blessing of the forge, man. I think I can actually make a talk to the hand work. And let's, geez, man, I don't know. Make vigilance a little better in case we draw it super early. Okay, the potions have to be used. You start, you crescendo, or eruption is just better. We've already played like 6 cards. Hold on, do we really want to play? I guess we might as well play that. And you know what? Nah, we gotta stop it here. Unless maybe we can draw something good here. Yeah, you know what? Just give me a protect for free for now. We still got 2 cards we can play next turn. We did 100 damage. That's not nothing, okay? It's not amazing, but it's not nothing. Okay, well, we're gonna draw something. I think we draw a Wallop, so we get empty body for our next turn. And we're okay with that. We're just gonna hit you. Distilled Chaos is kind of hard to play against the Timekeeper. Okay, so you have to play this. We should maybe crescendo. Then, no, yeah, okay, crescendo. Empty body. Fear no evil. I'm starting to think that these might not be worth it, man. What gives you that idea? You know what? Why don't you give me an artifact, which then allows me to, like, Panacea, get 5 permanent decks up, and then why don't we just play Distilled Chaos right now? Judgment, defend, evaluate. Honestly, not that bad. Judgment obviously is worthless, but everything else went A-okay. Okay, so we love a talk to the hand here. Flurry of Blows, talk to the opposite order. Crush Joints is strong here, I think. Flurry of Blows, always. We're already in calm. We'd love to draw an Insight. I think we're only going to have 2 cards next turn, but this did preserve a lot of our HP. Empty Fist does 21. I think it's important to play it just so that next turn they spend time rolling over, which means we're fairly safe to, like, play this. So we kind of have a setup turn, if we want to see it that way. I think you want to enter Calm, and I think that's basically all you need to do. Okay, now we want a big turn. So let's start with something, like 3 turns of vulnerability is good here. I think we will exit Stance. That does 9 damage. We don't need to play it right away. Keep this all up. Because we'll do Eruption. Then we'll do Flurry of Blows. I guess we should have fitted in earlier. I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't have. Just because of the way that, like, we're doing damage right now. This seems fairly sensible to not waste the card play on a bad Flurry of Blows. But preserve them for the good ones. I'll throw another 30 damage in there, man. I don't care. So we only... you know what? Why don't we just roll you over, man? We're getting mighty close to Judgment paying out. And we still have Lizard Tail, so we are going to win. We don't have Draw, but that's alright. We just need to get to Judgment. Like, I think we might actually just kill you right here. My mistake. Okay, so is my brain a little overheated? Sure. There's an element of that. But on the other hand, a good run and the start of maybe an ascension journey. Just throwing that out there. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Show some encouragement. Let me know what I need to know to do well as the watcher. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.